All right, guys. So, as you know, this is new to me. And after doing a couple runs with this car, I was not impressed of how it drifted. Every time you would go to turn like this would act more like a brake and just kick the ass end out. I found a video where a guy had people had the same issue. From the factory out of the box, these things are not set up correctly. A guy who already tested it gave the dimensions, so now I'm going to go in and see if my car is the same way. If not, I'm going to make the same adjustments he did, and makes it better for drifting. So let's take the body off. So already I can see that this is not the same adjustment. So you see here, he had a spacer. There's a spacer up here. You put that here. And there's also supposed to be a mounting point for this. And his does not have that. His has a different setting. We can at least make the caster adjustment. So what we're going to do is there's a spacer here and a spacer way up here. I'm going to put this back to give it better caster. Go ahead and take this screw out for the pin. Got the screw there, and then there should be a pin that slides out. So I'm going to undo this. Try to push the pin out. Comes right out. Oh. And there goes all the washers. All right, where'd it go? And it fell. So now what we have to do is we got to put the pin in, back in where it goes. Put that in like that. Take these two spacers. Kind of stick that through to give something for the spacer to connect to. This is the hard part. My fingers and a little tiny washer. See if I can use these scissors to hold it in place. Okay, there's one. Let's see if we can get it with this one. Push that back. Very careful not to be nice if it could just go up. As tedious as this is. There we go. Now it's in. Push that pin in. Now we can put the screw back in to keep the pin from coming out. Tighten it. What this is the caster. So caster is forward and back. You can see the difference by looking at the tire, that this is farther up than that. So now we're going to spin this around, do the same to the other side. Put that off to this side, push this out. grab these little scissors. I know this isn't what you would use, but use what we got. You can grab the spacer so I don't lose it this time. Okay. Put the arm back up. Okay, like that. And I mean, you could always, there's a lot of adjustments with these where you can literally turn this here. You could have this like this. And you can really, that's all the camber. So you could literally see how you can see the difference. Now the wheels are kind of going out. That's really tight. So if you put this back on the inside, like so. So it'll sit like that. That brings a caster. Okay, got that there. Come on. Okay, finally. Woohoo! Put that right in the center to keep the pin from coming out. And as you can see, there's multiple adjustments you can make. So I could have put it down low, and that would have messed with the camber. A lot of adjustments with these cars, so it's also a good thing because then you adjust it. And you can actually see the difference. Obviously, I need to adjust the toe, but as you can see how this is angle or camber, and see how this is more straight. So especially even when you turn, the tire is pretty much on the ground the whole time. This one, you can clearly see that this side of the tire is not touching. Obviously, when you turn, it does, but there's barely anything touching, especially if you turn like that. So what I'm doing right now is changing that. And I'm really not a fan of how soft the suspension is on these things.